So this Romanian deadlift is going to be super beneficial for your hamstrings and glutes. It's going to also require a lot of core stability. I'm going to give you a little primer on how to use your breath to get more stability so that you'll be even stronger and feel like your low back is more protected in the movement. But we're going to start with the basic dumbbell RDL and then move to the barbell after that, just to progressively work through the steps that you would see in your training program. So with the dumbbell, I prefer that you pick it up from somewhere up high, but typically the limiting factor with the dumbbell RDL is your grip strength. So chances are really good if you have to pick it up off the floor, it's probably going to be way too light to have any impact on potential injury for your low back. Once we get up to like the whole stack, 100 pounds per hand or something, then maybe you need to make sure that you're picking it up from somewhere up high. So get it up to a standing position. This is your start position. You're going to get your feet into a fairly narrow stance. I don't know if you can see me with the dog. Ankles right under the hip bones versus outside the hip bones. This is a small difference, but you're going to be able to create more tension and torsion here and target the hamstrings and glutes better. Dumbbells can kind of glide across the front of your thighs. They should not lose connection on the way down. At the bottom position, you're going to pause and drive back up. Don't spend a lot of time going either way. Your grip and your low back will thank you for that. So keep it pretty snappy. It's a pretty small range of motion. As you can see, I'm initiating pushing my hips back in space first without unhinging or anteriorly tilting my tailbone and getting pressure in my back. So I even think about kind of pulling my tail under a tiny bit to make it feel neutral, especially because I tend to live in this extended low back position. Don't want it to feel pinchy, so tuck it under gently and then glide the hips back. Knees will soften, but only as much as they need to in order to make the hips go back. Okay, next movement or next tool is the barbell. At your gym, there's many ways to set the barbell up to an elevated start position. Again, this is a standing start. The deadlift is different in that you're starting with the barbell on the ground. So this is the main difference between the Romanian deadlift and the deadlift is where you start the exercise. I'm going to show you from the wrong side. Typically, you want to pick it up from over here. J hooks work. Safeties can also hold your barbell up to that standing position, ready position. These are going to be kind of sticking out like that, and they're used for just that, keeping you safe when you're squatting and bench pressing or unloading a Romanian deadlift to start your first rep. So I'm going to use the J hooks. I'm going to unload it from this side and then just step away enough that I don't clip the front of the J hook on my way down. The height is also going to be necessary to write down so you don't have to worry about figuring it out next time. You want it low enough that you can get over the bar and stand it up and then walk it forward without it running into the J hooks. If you have to kind of lift it off and kind of tippy toe over that stuff that was supporting it, it's too high. They're too high. All right, so same stance, same action. Now the bar is gliding over my thighs instead of the dumbbells. It feels good. It feels fun to have a big barbell in my hands. The other benefit is you can put more weight on it than your dumbbells could hold. Re-rack it by connecting with the uprights and then setting it down versus kind of hooking one side and then hooking the other side. That gets pretty dicey and it takes a while. So when it's getting heavy, you just want to slam it, drop it. Okay? Make some noise. All right, last thing I want to show you is like a secret weapon for the grip, because even with the barbell RDL, your grip can still fatigue out sooner than your hamstrings and glutes. So here's the magic grip. You're just gonna reverse grip or alternate grip. Usually your non-dominant hand will flip underhand. I'm lefty, so this is my non-dominant hand. If you're righty, you're probably gonna feel like this is more familiar. Either one is gonna feel weird at first until you get that bar in your hand. So right outside the pockets is your grip. Make sure they're even, stand it up. When you start doing your RDLs, you're gonna go, oh, I feel so much stronger. and you're going to be able to put enough weight on the bar that your hamstrings and glutes are getting what they need instead of your forearms just getting fried, okay? So use that superpower as much as you need once you get enough workload on there. Typically that happens for most women. Once we get about a 25-pound plate on either side, starts getting really slippery. So give it a shot.
All right, I totally forgot about the breath secret weapon. This is a big deal. Once you get to a certain workload, it might take a few weeks to get there, but once you're there, you're gonna know you need it because you're gonna feel just a little bit funny. Your back is gonna feel like it's taking a lot of stress. So this tool will help you from here in. All you're gonna do is work on inhaling to descend the diaphragm and fill this space with pressure because all we have is this little spine here and then nothing else to stabilize, no other bones at least. So we have to use air pressure and muscles, okay? So what I typically do is practice without workload. Just put your fingers on your belly, nice splayed hand, exhale all the air out, watch your fingers kind of glide together a little bit, and then inhale to fill that space and build stability there. Blow it out. And again, aggressively inhale and blow it out. What I don't want you to do is inhale to deadlift your lungs. I want it to come from here. Then when you couple that with your movement, it goes like this. So you've got your tool, you're gonna do your rep, holding that breath, exhale, inhale, do your rep. So you're holding your breath the whole time you're doing the rep, which means that's going to also motivate you to move a little quicker. So as you learn the movement pattern, you're going to get better at kind of making it sort of snappy and not violent and vigorous and bouncy, but just moving with intention without taking your time, without making it an eccentric. And it'll help you a lot when you need it.